It's strange how grief can blur the edges of reality, how silence thickens in a room that once echoed with a loved one's laughter. When my grandfather died, he left behind a single item just for me, a battered, padlocked journal that felt heavier than any book should. I didn't dare open it for weeks, but every night, I'd hear a creak from the top shelf, as if something inside was shifting, waiting. I won't lie, if you stick around, you'll find out why I almost wish I'd never forced that lock. The first entry was dated 3 days in the future, describing my morning routine in uncanny detail, down to the exact amount of sugar I'd spill into my coffee. I laughed it off, but the next few pages chronicled events that unfolded exactly as written, from awkward conversations to a slip on the wet sidewalk. The journal never missed, not even once. It was as if my life had already been lived, every moment preordained and meticulously recorded by someone who knew me better than I knew myself. As the weeks went on, the entries grew darker. Arguments with friends, a brutal breakup, even the loss of my job, each foretold in crisp handwriting I recognized as my grandfather's. His notes became increasingly frantic, warning me to stop reading, to let some futures remain unwritten. But I couldn't look away. With each page, the date of the final entry loomed closer, like a storm cloud swelling at the horizon. Last night, I reached that final entry. It described my trembling hands, the cold sweat on my brow, the way my breath stuttered as I read the words. It said I'd hear footsteps in the hall, ones I'm hearing now, as I speak. The journal said I'd look up and see the door creak open, just as it is now. The last line, he'll know you read to the end. I'm not alone anymore, and I think, after all this time, my grandfather isn't either.